we are installing VMware ESXi, right? We installed it actually. We installed it. 1 second, guys, be online. So it's a simple installation, what we did it yesterday. Like I'll repeat. So we have selected the server and we just launched the ILO for that server, and we deleted the existing RAID, and we did the factory reset to clean and wipe out the stale entries. So when I say stale entries, means some data which is not deleted from your system even after the RAID is cleared. Okay, so what I'm trying to tell you here, so the actual data actually store in the hard disk only. Okay, but when you wipe out, when you deleted the RAID, the data in the hard disk will get erased. Everything will get erased. But sometimes from the processor, from the RAM, they are looking for some specific OS images, because the RAMs processors, they are kind of adjusted for one OS. I'm telling you in a simple and like general terms. Okay, so they adjusted and they are looking for that particular OS. Okay, for that we are doing that factory reset in the BIOS level. Okay, so we do that factory reset and then we are creating RAID again. After that, I attached ISO image, ESXi ISO image, and I installed the operating system. Okay, so while installing operating system, there are a couple of steps. So same like Windows and Linux, there are a couple of steps for ESXi, and it's a very simple installation, and it's the file size is very small. Okay, so I told you, right, the size is very important. Even in the yesterday we did one interview for Emphasis company, so it actually it is cleared. So in that interview, they asked about ESXi, what is the ISO file size of ESXi? This is the exact question we got it in the yesterday interview. Okay, so we answered well, 400 MB like that. Even I was, if you remember, I was telling some around 2 GB, right? And then after that, we have seen that is a 400 MB. That helped us. Like even I could tell it's a 400 MB. Okay, so it helped me. So this is the exact question we got it. So, and there are a couple of questions in the VMware about installation. So what are the steps to install the VMware ESXi? So same thing, if you see the steps, whatever we did it right, so that is more than enough. Okay, so like whatever you are learning, right, everything is the entry question. Don't feel like I'm telling like a procedure, but what they will ask and what we have to answer all these things. So simple, right? ISO file size they asked, and how to install VMware ESXi they asked. So you have answer for that 2 questions, right? Okay, how to create a virtual machine he asked. Okay, that we are going to do it today, right? Let me access the machine. Let me share my screen. So any questions there? Like in the VMware ESXi, we gone through F2, we created let me share the screen. This VMware is actually very good. Personally, I told you, right? Personally, I like this operating system very much. Okay, so we'll see, we will launch the ILO, and from there we will launch the VMware vSphere web client. Okay, I'll tell you what is that and all. So very important, every point is important. I hope you are able to see my screen and my voice also very much clear to you. So just let me know if you see any problem. Okay, so just enter. This is our ILO IP. This is our first system. I think we installed in this first system only. Okay, so this is the ILO page. So I'm launching the remote console of your server, I mean our server. Okay, so it is a black screen, right? If I hit enter, it will come actual screen. So we installed ESXi 703 and we have HP ProLiant DL380 Gen 10. This is the server model where we installed this ESXi, and it has two processors, and Intel Xeon Gold 5118 is the processor. And like that, I mean, like that, we have two processors. Okay, 64 GB RAM, and this is actual the IP we given to the ESXi. Okay, so if you remember, usually we give two IPs, right? In Windows, the port 1 we given 172 series, port 2 we given 192 series, and Linux also for port 1 we given 172 series, and port 2 we given 192 series. But here I'm giving only one IP. I'll come to that. First, understand how to create virtual machines. Okay, and our plan is to create 4 virtual machines, right? I hope you remember. Okay, let me, you want me to draw that? Okay, just a second. Connecting a device. Okay, let me take MS Paint once again. So okay, now the plan is, problem is, previously we used 4 physical servers to create our environment. But now what my challenge is, I'm going to create all these 4 servers on a single physical machine. Now this is our single physical machine, and so I'll write this is server 1, right? Server 1. And here in this server, we have hard disk, we have RAM, we have processor, we have everything. And using them, okay, I will create 4 virtual machines on top of this. 4 virtual machines, however, we planned here. Okay, 4 virtual machines. So they are physical servers. They are physical servers. Okay, these are virtual servers. Virtual servers. So here we have 4 physical servers, but here we have only 1 physical server. On top of that, we are going to create 4 virtual servers. And here our plan was 1 Windows 2019, 1 Windows 2022, 1 RHL 8.6 or 7, and 1 /12 SP5. Okay, so in the physical server. So I'm going to recreate same 1, 2, 3, 4 as it is. So here it is 1, 2, 3, and 4. Same I'm going to create in the virtual machine. Okay, now I installed ESXi on top of this. So from this ESXi, we will write down some information. First, we will see the information and we will write down everything, and then we will distribute to the virtual machines. So you will understand. First, let me open that vSphere web client. So I'll tell some more points here. So overall, we are going to learn two ESXi. One is ESXi 7.x. Second one is ESXi 8.x. Okay. In 7.x, okay, in 7.x, we have 7.0 update 1, 7.0 update 2, 7.0 update 3. So this is the latest and what we are going to install. Actually, we installed it. So here it coming to ESXi 8.0, 8.1 and 8.2. So both are actually same. So here they say 8.0 update 2, 8.0 update 3 like that. So I got to know due to some problems, the company deprecated, like they call back. So they taken out 8.1. Only 8.0 and 8.2 support is there. So 8.2, I think it's not officially released in the market. So we will learn 8.0. We will learn these two. But I am telling you, if you learn 7.0 U3, you can tell you worked on everything. 8.0, you can tell you worked on everything. Even you don't see any difference between ESXi 8.0 and 7.0 update. You don't see any difference between them. So both look similar until you get into very deep. Until you get into very deep. Simple, right? So here, now anyway, we installed this. So we will continue. And in the next time, we will install ESXi 8.0. Okay, this is one thing. And one more point. ESXi build I wanted to discuss. Okay, we'll create the VM. Like before that, we will take all the configuration and where to see that configuration. Okay, so here, so if you observe the first one, we installed, okay, we installed ESXi OS on server, okay, on server with the help of ILO. Okay, so same case like in Windows. If you remember, suppose if I install Windows, installation, there is no change. We do it through ILO. After that, we take remote desktop with the help of MSDSC, Windows Remote Desktop. Coming to Linux, the installation procedure, there is no change, ILO. And then I used tools called Putty to take a remote access and WinSCP kind of tool to copy data from one system to other system. Actually, we did practice everything. Same way, coming to ESXi, the installation same as Windows and Linux, that is ILO. Okay, but coming to OS, right? Coming to how to access the OS. So here in the ILO, right, you can do two things. One is F2 and one is is it 11 or 12? Let me see. It's F12. So this one, F2, in this ILO, I launched it and we have two options, F2 and F12. Okay, so I do, sometimes I forget the things. Okay, F2 and F12. F2, this is the, I can say, ESXi configuration. Configuration means you have seen multiple options here. You can change password. You can change password in that, right? You can do network configuration. I'll say just network configuration. So you can configure both IPv4, IPv6, subnet mask, everything we can give it here. So third one, so there are shell, ESXi shell and secure shell. Secure shell, we can enable them here in the F2. And these are important options. In F12, either you can reboot or shut down of our system. Reboot or shutdown of our system. So in the ILO, only these two options I have. I can do any one of them. This is very important actually. F2 is very important. Initial configuration and all we do it here in F2. Okay. And coming to second part, like here after ILO, how did you access using MSTSC? It's a remote desktop. Linux using PuTTY, using WinSCP, we accessed it and we used it. Here we have an option called vSphere web client. Very important. vSphere web client. So very simple, very simple. So vSphere web client, nothing. The ESXi IP HTTPS : / we give ESXi IP in the browser 172.168.100.2. If you hit enter, so our vSphere host, I can say ESXi host will get open. ESXi host get open. Okay. So we have to give the credentials. As I said, root is the default user and password we give whatever we want. Coming to Windows, administrator is the default user. So I'm repeating a couple of things just because I want you to remember forever. So administrator and the default user is password. Linux, root is the default user and the password we can give anything. Okay, anything. Password we can give anything. Same way in ESXi, root is the default user. I think yesterday we given admin @123 capital A. Like ESXi is very secure. It looks for at least one capital letter, one special symbol, one number, like that. So just if I take example, admin @123. So here I have a capital letter, I have a number, I have a special character, and I have other numbers. And the length should be 8 characters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. The length of the password should be 8 characters. So everything it has to meet. Then only it will accept the password. Okay, that's why we given like this. If you remember, here we used to give just admin123 in Windows or Linux, right? But here I added special character. So then only ESXi accept the password. If you give just like that, it say your password is not critical. It's not the requirement is not met. So I cannot allow this password. Something like that, you will get the warning message. I hope you are understanding. I'm talking very simple, which you are seeing very general things. Right? Now we are going to launch this vSphere web client. And from here, we will create one virtual machine first, and then we will see other 3 virtual machine very fast. Okay, let me take it. So let me go to that machine. So this is my IP HTTPS 172.168.100.2. Okay, just come here. HTTPS. Okay, 172.168.100.2. So just like that, we enter this. We call it as vSphere web client. Okay, so vSphere web client, or you can call it as VMware host client also. Anything is fine. But generally, people use vSphere web client very regularly. Okay, as I said, root is the default user and the password and entering whatever we given. See, something got opened. Okay, just close everything. This first you get understand of everything. Okay, so just introduce. Okay, this page, very important page. So here, so whenever I open, see the system is like this. So here we have a host. We have a host. 1 second, guys. Okay, so this is when you launch the ESXi. So here there is one arrow mark, host. Okay, when I click on host, it is giving system details. So here you can see what version 7.0 U3. I told you, right? Update 3. This is the latest available in the ESXi 7.x. we installed it. Okay. State normal, not connected to any vCenter server. I'll come to this part. We will do this also. Okay. And uptime 1.94 days. Maybe yesterday we did it at the same time, right? It will become 2 days. So yesterday and today. So it will become 2 days. So that's what it is telling here. So coming to hardware part. Okay. See this, there is a hardware part. You can see who is the manufacturer of the server, that is HP. So model of the server, Proliant DL380 Gen10. We know this much, right? Coming to CPU, okay, there are full details. Okay, first you see here, Srinivas, you were asking, right? 24 CPUs. So we have 2 processors actually. Each processor is a 12 core processor or 12 CPU processor. So, but here ESXi collected everything and it is showing 24 cores, 24 CPUs. Okay. And the processor is Intel Xeon Gold 5118 CPU. Simple. It listed all the cores, whatever available in the system, whether it is a 2 processors, 1 processor, 4 processor. The ESXi is nothing to worry about anything. It will list all the number of cores like this, like 24 cores it has. Okay. And memory, you know that is a RAM, 64 GB RAM. So just I'll open this. So here, logical processors, you just leave this processor type. We have a processor. Socket means number of processors 2, cores per socket 12. Hyper-threading is enabled. So that's why it is showing 48. Okay, this and all really not required to us. Hyper-threading, what is this logical processor and all. So just leave it. If really required, I'll talk later. Okay, first understand how many processors are there and how many CPUs are there. So we have 2 processors and 24 CPUs or 24 cores are there. Coming to memory, it's a 64 GB. Virtual flash, this is actually, we can attach some flash devices. I didn't do anything. So that's why it is 0 byte used, nothing, leave it. And coming to network, so we have, we given a host name. The host name is created, that is the local host dot local domain. And you all remember that we given this IP and there is no DNS default gateway. IPv6 disabled yesterday. We disabled yesterday. And host adapter, there are 4 ports, right? There are 4 ports and host adapters, like there is a ESXi, sorry, there is a 1 NIC card and each NIC card has single port. So total 4 ports are there. Okay, this is about networking and storage. There are physical adapters too. So leave this. I'll talk about this physical adapters at the time of SAN very much. So coming here, data store. There is a data store. So remember this. In Windows, after OS installation is done, the disk become a C drive. In Linux, the disk become a SDA. Recently, we have worked on that, SDA. Same way, in VMware ESXi, the disk become data store 1. Data store. This is the data store. So you remember, we have almost 1.8 TB 1.8 TB of RAID volume. On that, we installed our ESXi. So with all this, we have almost 1.7 TB available. Any questions so far? Am I going fast? Nothing. I'm just, we know all this configuration. Just I am showing you on the ESXi homepage. This is the ESXi server homepage. Okay. So now you know storage. There is one storage, that is data store 1. Remember this, it's very important. And other details are okay. Okay. You have 24 CPU, everything. Okay. Just come here, we will write down. Okay, I want to write some points here. Okay, let's write. I'm very much interested of CPU. Just see here, CPU, we have 24 CPU, right? And RAM, we have 64 GB RAM. Okay. And hard disk, that is a data store. It become a data store, right? That is a hard disk actually. Data store one, we have around 1.7 T. Okay. So we have these three information. So I'm going to create virtual machine. So here, so what I'll do, I'll give out of 24, 4 CPUs here, 4 CPUs here, 4 here, and I'll give 8 here. So, okay, just like that. Why I'm giving 8? I can give anything. Okay, from 2 to 8, 16, or I can give all 24 to one machine. That is also possible. Coming to RAM, I'll give 16 GB here, 16 GB here, 8 GB here, and 8 GB here. I'll give. Okay, 16 GB. And coming to hard disk, I'll give 500 GB, 400 GB, 200 GB, 100 GB. See, if you see, I'm distributing. Okay, there are cores, but I'm distributing. Okay, I'm giving whatever I want, whatever is required. Okay, let's see that. Okay, so coming here, like this is a host. Here we have many other options also. Like it is showing how much capacity is used. Okay, storage 1.43 GB used. Remaining is free. Okay, so this host, right? I can reboot from here. I can reboot the ESXi host. I can shut down this ESXi host. Okay, and I can do many other things. But I'm really very interested at virtual machines. Okay, so there are no virtual machines now. No virtual machines. We will create some virtual machines. Coming to storage. So this is what whatever I have shown, right? We have one data store one, and these are details. Okay, and coming to network. So this is a little tricky compared to Windows and Linux. We will have a separate class for networking. Actually, very important. We will have 1 or 2 days class for networking. Okay, we'll come back to that. So first learn how to create virtual machine. Okay, so first click here. So you can see, so most of the options we know, create or register virtual machine. The first option. So just see this. I am going to create a virtual machine, create virtual machine. Okay, so you just see here. Okay, so we have different options here. So we'll talk about everything. So for now, create a new virtual machine. Create a new virtual machine. So I'm going to continue with that. Create a new virtual machine. Just click next. Select name and guest OS. So we thought to install Windows 2022, right? Windows 2022. We can give any name. So I'll say server 1. Okay, Windows 2022 server 1, or we can do it server 1 Windows 2022. Okay, so compatibility. So this is the little old. It supports anything. Okay, so just leave it. There is a compatibility. Always select the latest one. Okay, and guest OS family, like we are installing Windows OS. Okay, install it. So you can see here, Linux is there, Mac is that Apple OS is there, and some unknown OS also you can select, and Windows. There is no VMware ESXi. I'll tell why the VMware ESXi is not there. So select Windows, guest OS version. We decided to install Windows Server 2022. You are seeing here, right? Microsoft Windows Server 2022. Just select. See, all options are there. Very beautiful, right? So just leave it, just click next. After you selected this, I given a name, I given all the details. Click next. Okay. In the second, select storage. So we have only one data store one. So select storage from here. Okay. Click next. I selected the data store one. Click next. So now you see customize settings. So we decided to give 4 CPUs for the first mission, 4 CPUs. So we'll see first mission, 4 CPU, 16 GB RAM, 500 GB hard disk. Okay. So I given 4 CPUs, memory. So it's like to understanding, I'll give GB. So we thought to give 16 GB RAM. Okay. Hard disk, we thought to give 500 GB. See, CPU, RAM, hard disk. Remaining all, don't touch anything. Okay. So leave it as it is, leave it as it is, leave it as it is, and just create next. Okay. So it is showing all the details, and I am interested at name, whatever we given, and data store, from where we are taking the disk, it is a data store 1. Guest OS, we decided to install 2022, and compatibility you have seen, CPU 4, memory 16 GB. I'm giving one single NIC port to this. So networking you will understand, don't worry. And finally, the hard disk, it is 500 GB. Okay. So this much I want. I'm going to create, click finish. So the VM is created now. Okay. Just click on this. Just click on this. And if I power on, don't think the OS also will come. So this is just a name. See, there is no OS. Now we have to install the OS in it. Okay. So first you understand, right, how to create a virtual machine. So we created the virtual machine. So virtual machine is created. Now the second step, we have to install the operating system in it. Okay. So for that, what I have to do? Okay. So just close this for some time. Come to storage. So click on data store 1. So we have to upload the OS images to the ESXi data store. We have to upload OS images to the ESXi data store. Very simple. Initially you see little confused, but I'm telling you very, very simple. Okay. Just click data store browser. So here you have an upload option. Okay. Just click upload. Upload. Here we have Windows 2022. Just click. Yes, I have Windows 2022. Just open. Okay, see one file, it started loading. So 1% is done. So it will take some time. So it will not take too much time. It will take some 3-4 minutes to upload the file. Okay. So now very simple. We are copying our actual ISO images to the ESXi hard disk. Okay. This is the procedure. Maybe I'll go step by step when I'm doing for second operating system. So parallelly, we will upload one more file. So let this complete. You can do one after another. Okay. So let it complete, almost 20% done. Don't disturb this. If you disturb, so as this is opened in the browser, right? Sometimes it will it will cancel everything. Okay. Don't do that. Right. Just hold on. Just hold on. Have some water or something. But you feel very interesting. So I feel like a video game. Okay. But I'm telling you, very, very, very popular. It become very popular. I'll talk about how it started and why it started. Okay, all these things. So to understand that concept, right, first you have to understand how it is working. That's why I directly get into the practical. Okay, instead of talking about the history of this. Okay, but don't worry. So very simple. Okay, so let it upload. Almost 50% done. Okay, whenever you are uploading, right? So whenever you are uploading, it's like don't disturb that browser or anything. Okay, almost 80% done. Okay, so it is uploaded. I'll do one thing. I'll do one more image also. Anyway, we are here. See what I did. You just see again. So here we have multiple options, right? Here we have virtual machine, storage, everything, right? Just click on the storage, click on storage. So then come to this data store, click on data store and go to this data store browser. So like we are browsing to that data store. Okay. So if you see here, I have one folder with our VM name. Okay. So whatever VM you create, it will get create with that. Okay. And the second one, the ISO image, what we uploaded. Okay. So I'll upload one rel OS also. Upload, just go back. I'll take one rel 8.7. It's very big, but okay. Okay, we'll take rel 8.7. Okay. So let this also upload. We will see both the installation at once. Okay. Just hold on. Just hold on. Okay, this is also going good, but it will be little slower than Windows 2022 because the size. So Windows 2022 is around 7 to 8 GB. So this is around 11 GB. So obviously it will take more time, right? Okay, almost 23%. almost 66%. It is taking little more time, right? So that's the reason. Okay. I'll take one call. Going on almost 89%. So again, we have to come here. So just like that, I given this. Okay, 7. Okay, we have to upload OS images like this. Okay, so ISO images, whatever OS you want. Like we need 4 different OS, right? We will upload other 2 later, otherwise it will take long time. So maybe I'll upload them after the class. Okay, you understand, right? How to upload everything. So just close it. So we have uploaded whatever is required for us. Now you see, go back to virtual machine. Okay, so very simple, very, very simple. Right click, edit settings. So it will take you to that where you selected CPU, memory, everything, right? It will take you to that page. So here you are seeing CD DVD option, right? So come here, just click on data store ISO file. That means the ISO image in the data store. Just click on that. It will browse automatic. So we are planning to install Windows 2022. Just select whatever ISO you want and select it. So don't miss to check this. If it is checked, no problem. If it is not, you have to click okay this and save it. So this is equal to we are connected ISO image to the virtual machine. Okay, like in the normally what you do in the physical server, you launch it, you go to that virtual media and you connect the ISO image, right? Similar thing, but here we are doing inside ESXi. Okay, we logged into ESXi. Inside we are doing, for that we copied all the OS images to ESXi. There we are doing everything. Okay, just see here. So I launch now. So I want to install the OS. So I want to reboot this. So come here, just right click on this bar, go to power and click on reset. I'll talk about these points. We'll start the OS installation now. Okay, I missed it. So this is one problem with ESXi. You have to be very ready to hit that enter CDD. Okay. Okay, so the OS installation is initiated. And I'm telling you, the OS installation in VM is faster than physical server. So almost, if in the physical server, I told you it will take almost 45 minutes to 1 hour, right? But here it will complete in 5 to 10 minutes. Okay, let's see. What is this? I didn't press anything, right? So my language is English, keep it English. So just click next. So from here, the installation is same as physical machine. Okay, just click install now. So we given 500 GB hard disk, 16 GB RAM, and 4 CPUs. And this VM is going to occupy, reserve those much, okay, that much hardware from the physical server. And you take always desktop experience. Okay, click next. This is Windows 2022 we are installing. Okay, just click accept, click next, and we are doing fresh installation. Click custom. See, it is showing 500 GB. We assign 500 GB. Actually, there is 1.7 TB, but we given 500 GB. So this VM, it is showing only 500 GB here. Okay, I hope you are able to make the difference. Okay, click next. So it will complete. You can see this, it will complete in maximum 5 minutes. Okay, it will not take time like the physical server. Usually physical server take a lot of time, right? So it will take almost 40-45 minutes, but here it will complete 5 or maximum 10 minutes. 5 to 10 minutes it will get complete. So we will just hold on for a minute here until it start the OS installation. So you will see that speed actually, how it is happening. See, the numbers are changing very fast. Okay, just see for 1 minute and we'll go back to one more video. See, 11, 12, it is going, it's going. Okay, it will get complete in 4 or 5 minutes. %. Okay, let's see. Six, 37. We'll see one complete VM. Okay, so it is getting installed, but it will complete. See, 78, 79%. 25. See, it's done. Like, I don't think it is not even 5 minutes, right? Just I want to see you. That's why I just stopped screen and there only. So we did it in physical machine. We did it in virtual machine, right? This is a virtual machine, but virtual machine is very fast. So it's done actually. OS installation is done, completed. Now what we have to do? We have to do same settings, whatever we did it in the physical server, like install, disable firewall, enable, configure the password, configure password, and then configure IP address, then disable firewall, blah, blah, blah. Okay. So we have to do a couple of things. We will do everything in order. Okay. So VM is rebooted. See, the reboot also done very fast. So physical server reboot for 5 minutes at least 3 minutes. But here it will complete in some 2 to 3 seconds. Okay. So nothing, actually nothing is there. Okay. This is only OS is there. There is no hardware. Okay. To power on or to power off. There is no BIOS actually. Nothing is there, right? That's why it is so faster. Okay. It is voting. OS is coming up. You didn't see any full installation physical server, right? So you'll see here, you enjoy here. Getting ready. As it is the initial installation, right? It is taking time. It's not a rebooting. It's a OS installation only, right? Don't think the rebooting is taking long time. It is loading. It is loading. OS installation is happening. Okay, don't worry. Loading. It's again went for reboot. Maybe multiple reboots happens actually. We didn't see full installation anytime, right? That's why we don't know all these steps. But this is same in physical and virtual servers. Okay, it's not specific to virtual machine or anything. This is the installation is same as like physical server or virtual server. So as it is installing, it is doing all the required steps. Okay, it is doing a couple of reboots. It is coming up. Okay, so this is usually we see this step, right? So usually we initiated the installation and we used to leave it. Okay, whatever you have seen, right? Same thing happens in the physical server also. Okay, now I'm going to give password, that is okay. Capital A, I think 1, 2, 3. Okay, just hit enter, finish. So I will enter to the OS. Okay, I'll tell you a couple of tricks here. Let it come up. So we have to give Control Alt Delete, right? Usually we give it from the ILO. if it is ILO page. Okay. But here it's not ILO, right? It's a VM. So how you have to do, just click here, right click, write everything. Okay. When you are seeing the video, go to guest OS, send keys, and click on Control Alt Delete. Okay. Now you enter. Just click here, capital A, admin@123. Sorry, I think only admin123. Admin123. So this and all, we logged in, we are working everything, right? So we have to give the IP. So how to give IP here? Okay, let's see. We will go to our. So you know that we have total 4 servers, right? Total 4 servers. 4 servers. Server 1, server 2, server 3, and server 4. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. So server 1, we have ILO 172. So just see 172.17.100.1, and OS we give whatever OS we give 172.17.100.2. Okay, so here server 2 we give 172.17.100.3, 172.17.100.4. So here 172.17.100.5, 172.17.100.6. Okay, and this one 172.17.100.7, 172.17.100.8. So this we know, and there is one more port. For now, you just leave it. So, but here we have ESXi IP. Okay, and I told you we can give IPs from 172.17.100.1 to 172.17.100.255. Okay, what we'll do here, we have VM. Now we created VM1, and we will create VM2, VM3, and VM4. Okay, we should give same network in this. Okay, I can give from 172.17.100.9. Okay, the next IP is that. But just for a change, I'll give like this 172.17.100.101. Okay, we'll take it from after 100. I can give any IP, right? So that's why 100.101. 172.17.100.102, 172.17.100.103, 172.17.100.104 will give. Okay, you understand, right? Same, I can give 9 also, but just to differentiate. Okay, VMs after 100 and physical machines before 100, something like that. I will give this IP. So now our VM1 is ready. So I'll give this 100.1 as a IP address. Okay, let's see that. Okay, how to give? So come here. So just see, my mouse is very slow. You can see, right? Just close. Okay, just I have to scroll like this. Close it. Okay, again I have to scroll like this. Okay, we have to give not activated. Okay, now if you see, the mouse is very slow. I'm moving slowly, the cursor is very slow. Okay, for that, in the ESXi, we have to do one setting to make the mouse operations better, the GUI better, the graphics to get better. Okay, we will start with the step. The thing is, install VMware tools in the Windows server, the step 1. So once the VM is created, as a first step, give the password, everything, and login and install VMware tools. Step 1. So how to do that? So see this, right click on the virtual machine. Okay, go to guest OS, So select this install VMware tools. Just click on this. Okay. The thing will get add here. Okay. You go to start. Okay. Maybe go to this PC. If you go to this PC, right? So the VMware tools are added here. Okay. Just right click on top of that and install. Okay, guys, 1 second. I told you, right? 8:30. Just I'll take 2 minutes. Okay, so now, yeah, guys, I'll complete this. Okay, so just right click and install. So you can see here, this has come. Just click next. So we are installing VMware tools. Click next, install. Okay, so installing video driver, it is installing something. Okay, so with that, the mouse operations will become fast and the graphics will become fast. Okay, so just click finish it. Okay, it will ask for a reboot. Do it. Okay, so VMware tools are installed. Now we'll have to log in. Just click here. Guest OS. Send keys. Admin 123. So the VM is created, right? So now you can see the mouse is moving fast, okay, compared to just before. Okay, so now we will configure IP address. So you know that how to configure in Windows, but we'll do it. Okay, ncpa.cpl, ncpa.cpl, enter. So there is single NIC port. Just double click on this. Go to double click, use this IP 172.17.100.101. This is what we thought to give, right? 255.255.255.0. Just give that. You okay, okay, close, close. And what is the next step? Disable firewall. Right click here, go to run, firewall.cpl, enter. Just click on this, turn off, you okay. Okay, firewall is disabled. And what is the next step? So see, I'm doing very fast because you know everything. Okay, just click here, this PC, right click, properties, remote desktop, right? We have to enable remote desktop enable, confirm. Okay, that's it. That's it. So what we'll do now, I'll go here, go to MS TSC, enter 172.17.100.101. So we know all these steps, right? That's why I just, okay, doing very little fast. Administrator, admin 123. So what we'll do, you know, we'll give this mission to customer. So if customer go and see, right? So what he'll see, if we go, he will see 500 GB hard disk. Yes, I can eject this. Okay, 500 GB hard disk is there. If you want MS info 32, system information. See, this is my OS and I have processor, single core, core 1, core 2, core 3, core 4. There are 4 core processor and 16 GB RAM. Okay, so you can see it, right? So this is a VM. Unless if I pitch in and tell, okay, if I tell this is the virtual machine, you then only you will get to know. Otherwise, you will not understand that this is the VM. You will not understand that this is the virtual machine. Right? Any questions? Any questions so far? You're able to follow? That's fine. Like we are going to do a couple of virtual missions today and tomorrow. Okay, so we'll understand. I'll do one thing. So as I said, there is an interview now. So I'll take it. I'll stop here. I'll share this video also. So now you just go through both the videos, how to install ESXi. On top of that, how to create the virtual machine. Okay, you just make a note of everything from the video. Tomorrow, we will create multiple virtual machines. With that, you will get full, like everything you will understand. Okay. Any questions? Okay, then I'll stop here. We will see tomorrow, same time, 7 o'clock. Thank you, guys. See you all tomorrow.